I was raised in the church from birth to 19, and my mom and dad pushed me to get involved in so much shit. And they always thought that being a church kid, I'd find a church girl. But then I met him, and nothing was ever the same. Some things happened along the way, and I thought I was straight again like God wanted. But in the end, my heart knew exactly what it wanted. Chapter 1. Everybody knows everybody. "Come on, Aaron, time to get up," said Pat, my mom. When I was growing up, my life revolved around one thing: church. I mean, it was more than just a Sunday. It was like almost every day. Ugh. My mom was a part of the women's group, the Soul Winners, the Sunday school committee, and a prayer warrior. And my dad was like the head deacon, speak for Thursday night service, and also drives the church van. We were kind of like church hierarchy. We sat in the front row of the pew, made the pastors knew us, and we always hosted parties for our church friends. And in a black church, that's very important. My mom was so into the Lord, like all she did was pray, read her Bible before she went to work every day, and don't make pork, like ever. My mom was very tough. She gave me a lot about going to choir rehearsal and learning hymns, Bible studies. I just wanted to break from this church shit. I went with my friend Felicia to see that new Star Wars, and Mom went on this tangent because she thought I was being drawn to the secular world. Mom was a tough cookie, but my dad, he was kind of more tough to please. I know he loves me, but sometimes I think he loves the church more than us. He was trying to be a pastor himself, and he knew almost everybody. Me and him don't get along a lot. He knew all the Bible verses, but was clueless when it came to emotional support, which is why I don't tell him my secret. We got in the car, and the first thing I hear is the new Yolanda Adams or Kirk Franklin being played over and over on the radio. I want to hear that new Mariah Carey. That was my shit. But my mom didn't like secular music being played on Sundays, so the whole day was all about gospel music. Whatever. So we get to the church and the parking lot is full. I mean, the sanctuary is packed and the service is about to begin. Since my dad is well known, he got his own parking space. Then we go inside and we speak to everybody. Everybody. All the church mothers, deacons, some members of the choir, they all spoke to us, asking about the latest gossip, who had a baby, who died, who husband did what, all that stuff. So while pastor was preaching the word, I was sitting in a teen ministry, and it was sort of like high school. The guys in the ministry put on that whole Jesus front in the sanctuary, but when we got outside to hang out and wait for our parents, it was a totally different story. There was this dude, Brandon. His mom was a serious prayer warrior, but he was the total opposite. He was such a straight boy, always looking at the girls from the women's choir, and the other boys already lost their precious V card. They were practically heathens, but their parents never knew. The homophobia was real, and I knew I couldn't trust any of them with my secret. And that was the thing. I liked guys from an early age, and I knew I was, gay. But in the black church, being anything other than straight wasn't a good thing at all. Even though I knew at least 5 hoes in the back pew, but that was none of my business. There were so many cute guys in church. Deshaun, Trent, Kalen, and how could I forget the pastor's son, Jalen? Damn, he was sexy. Tall and light-skinned. I like dark-skinned, but he was an exception. And he had such a sexy set of teeth, like pearly whites. But I knew if any word of my homo feelings got out, it would be shame on my family, and they would definitely let me know it. So I kept my feeling like most boys in the black community do, on the DL. So when all these church mothers, aunties, gramps, or whoever be asking if I got a girl, I just nod or dodge the question, because everybody in South Carolina was super duper homophobic. After service was over, in most churches, the pastor is done yapping for 5 years. He asks if there are any new people in the church today. That was my favorite part of service because that means the church is over. My dad was with the other deacons in the front welcoming the newcomers, and my mom was hoping it was a woman so she can coerce her and join that old lady gang, otherwise known as the women's group. I was expecting some middle-aged woman or some ex-drug addict or ex-con because that's usually who it was. But today was different. It was a family, and they had a mom, a dad, daughter, and a fine-ass son. They were the Hanks. They seemed like a perfect family. They introduced themselves, and the son started talking. His name was Bryson. He was 18 going on 19, the same age as me, and he was kind of introverted like me. I could tell he didn't want to be up there in front of all those judgmental people. The family walked past where my family was sitting and sat across from us. The pastor told us to bow our heads, but all I could do was stare at this sexy nigga. I mean, he had this cutest smile and he had all this hair and his lips. Damn, his lips. But I knew I was in the sanctuary and that I couldn't make it noticeable, so I just watched. He was so cute. We finally get out the sanctuary, and like most church folk, my parents just kept talking and talking. But while I was sitting around, I saw Bryson sitting down like literally a few seats away from me. So I decided to say hi. I mean, there's no harm in that. I went to him, and at first I was kind of nervous. He looked like he didn't want to be bothered. But then I pulled out my game player, and he noticed my GTA San Andreas. Then he said he liked it too, and we started talking. He revealed he likes that new song by Mariah Carey. That was his jam. And mine too. Another thing we have in common. Then we started talking about our music and our favorite food. I even made him laugh a bit when I told him about the time I got chased by a dog. We were enjoying each other's company, and I think I was getting to him. But then he wanted to ask me a personal question. Oh my God. Now, when a boy says, I want to ask you something personal, that means he's hinting if I'm gay or not. I was kind of worried because I might turn him off, but before he could ask, my parents came over and it was time to go. For the first time, I was glad my mom butted into my convo. Bryson lived with his fam and he waved goodbye at me with a smile. When we were in the car, all I could think about was Bryson and what he wanted to ask me. Lord, give me strength. Chapter 2, We Meet Again. Monday, April 05. I was a senior at this preppy Christian school and I hated it so fucking much. Everybody there was either a snob or a nerd or acted like they knew it all. But at least I made a couple friends. Erica was like my day one. She didn't care if I was gay or not, and she wasn't a messy bitch either. And we always had fun. I was kind of jealous of her because her parents were so open and liberal and my folks were so, But prom was coming up and I didn't have the slightest clue who I wanted to ask out, but I had to spill some tea. So girl, who you taking to the prom? I don't know. I want to take Ashley. I mean, she cute, but you see all this party, child? I can snatch any bitch in here. Watch your mouth, Miss Dixon, shouted one of the teachers who interrupted Erica because the school has a no swearing policy. But Erica had a wild mouth, though. Ugh, I hate this school. I'm so glad we graduating, Erica said. I know. Ooh, he cute. I said I was looking at Ernest. He was captain of the basketball team, and he always wore this tank top which showed off his sexy-ass body. But like most of the basketball team, he was totally straight, and I knew I couldn't approach him. But seeing him reminded me of Bryson. Child, Ernest is so cute, said Erica. I know, he makes me think nasty thoughts. Like, girl, I gotta tell you about Bryson, though. Who is Bryson? Well, at church yesterday, this new family came in. They had this fine ass son. His name Bryson. He like dark skin and he got a little beard going on. Okay, you need to snatch him up, Erica said. Yes, hopefully, but I don't know. He looks straight. I don't want to scare him away. Look, just get to know him more, and you know how boys are. They take long to reveal their feelings. I gave what Erica said some thought and let things transcend naturally. When I got home after school, I did my homework, but after I was done, I got out this gay magazine from my closet I hid from my parents, and I would look at all the hot gay boys, and I'd think about having a boyfriend of my own. I've been so confused by my sexuality forever, but since I turned 15, I was completely 100% gay. I never told my parents about my sexuality because I knew how they were. I mean, for loving Christians, they talk so much shit about gays, and I just didn't want the homophobic tension. While I was on the couch thinking about Bryson, I heard my mom come in the door and she was happy. Well, you're awfully happy, I pointed out. Well, it's that I ran into Miss Roberts today and we have so much in common. So she invited us to dinner Saturday at her house. And I really think you and Bryce will make real good friends. And at that moment, I felt this was going to be a perfect time to get close to this fine-ass nigga. Saturday afternoon. It was the day of the cookout, and I was kind of nervous about seeing Bryson again, but I hoped for the best. When we got to the Roberts house, it was nice and big, and then on the couch was Bryson's cute ass. Hey, Bryson, I said all innocent. Aaron, what's up? Ryan said in his sexy voice. Is that a Nintendo? Yeah, I got more games in my room if you want to see, said Bryson, as I saw this golden opportunity to get with this nigga. Sure. Hey, Mom, I'm going to look at games in Bryson's room. Go ahead, baby. Me and Henrietta got so much to talk about. And while the women talk, me and Gerald gonna be on the grill, said Bryson's dad. So I went to Bryson's room and he closed the door. I was in the room with this boy all alone. Why you got so many games? I said all innocent. Yeah, I'm a gamer type. It's like my hobby. What you like to do? Well, I like art. I sketch stuff. Sometimes I paint. It's lame, but yeah, that's what I like. No, that's dope. You got talent. I need to ask you something. You know when we first met last week and you wanted to ask me something personal? Oh, that. Yeah, I was going to ask, but I didn't want to offend you, but do you like boys? Bryson asked. Yes. And I hope you don't get offended, but I have this big crush on you. Oh, really? How about a little date tomorrow after church? Bryson asked. Oh, okay. I can just tell my parents I'm hanging with friends. They're homophobic, huh? Bryson hinted. Yeah, they want me involved in the church like the teen ministry and the choir, but I get tired of all that. Like, they don't know I like art, and they don't know I'm gay either. But I really, really like you, though. I like you, too. And I can keep a secret. You just seem like a cool person, said Bryson. I couldn't fucking believe it. I was going out with fine-ass Bryson. When we came out his room, I had such a huge smile on my face. And even during dinner, we all sat around the table, and I even sat with Bryson. While my mom was saying prayer, Bryson looked at me and winked, which made me all kinds of excited. The dinner was over, and it was time to go home to get ready. All right, honey, I'll see you tomorrow, said my mom. Yes, we'll all be there, said Henrietta. Bye, Aaron. I'm see you tomorrow, if you know what I mean, said Bryson, giving me a smirk as he gave me his number. Can't wait, I said with a huge smile on my face. Bryson seems like a nice young man, said my mom. Yeah, he is. He'll be in church tomorrow. As we were on our way home, all I could think about was Bryson's face kissing mine, holding his hand. I was so smitten. I couldn't wait till tomorrow. Chapter 3 More Than Friends. That Sunday morning, it was time for church, and the choir was singing the same long hour songs. And the preacher, the nigga was NyQuil on feet. I mean, he was just so boring. But all I could think about was Bryson and our get together later on today. He said he was coming to get me after church, like 5 or something, and I couldn't wait. I showed Bryson around to the teen ministry, and while all other teens were talking to each other while we sat in a secluded part of the building, we got to know each other on a deeper level. So do you like being in this church? Bryson asked. Yeah, it's a love-hate relationship. I love God, but I hate some of these one-sided church folk. Like, I know some of the kids and what they be doing, I said. Wow, do you feel bad for being gay? Like, everybody around you telling you what's wrong and stuff? You going to hell? Like, does it make you feel bad about it? Bryson asked. Sometimes. I remember one time in 4th grade, I was with a friend and he was like my buddy. I was walking down the street holding his hand one day, and my mom caught me and told me to stop hanging around him. She said he was too close to me and that it would influence me and bring upon this unholy homosexual spirit. That's when it started, cause I had a little crush on him, I said. Dang, that's messed up. I remember my first boy crush. It was during a sleepover and we was playing in a closet. I don't know what we were doing, but he kissed me, like on my lips. Then we felt so wrong. He told me he never wanted to see me again, and I really felt ashamed after that. It's the way I feel, like I can't help it, said Bryson. Well, where exactly are you taking me? Inquiring minds want to know. It's a surprise, you'll see. But only 2 more hours in this boring place, and we're really going to have some fun, said Bryson. I was looking at the clock. I was waiting for the service to be over, and we could all go home. And so I could finally be with my man. Finally, another hour passed and church was over. But in the reception hall, our parents were in there yapping, eating chicken. Bryson thought this would be the perfect time to escape. "Hey, Mom, can me and Aaron hang out for a while, please?" Bryson asked. "Oh, sure. Y'all just be back before dark," said Henrietta. "Where y'all going?" asked my mom. "We're just going to the mall. We won't be gone for long," said Bryson. "Oh, okay. Well, you boys have fun," said my mom. The mall was only like a couple blocks away from the church, but Bryce was staying in front of the church waiting for the bus. "Where are you going? The mall isn't that way," I said. "We ain't going to the mall," Bryson said. "Where are we going then?" "Like I said, it's a surprise. Just come on." Then the bus came. The reception hall was behind the main church building, so nobody saw us. I trusted that Bryson knew where he was going. I was so nervous. I was practically sweating. But then suddenly, this man held my hand. "Hey, don't be so nervous. Trust you'll love it," Bryson told me. Then the bus went downtown, and there was a park which had all these tents. We got off across the street and we walked over there. I saw all these artists and painters. It was amazing. "Oh my God, it's an art festival. Thank you," I shouted as I hugged him. "You're welcome. I knew you would like it," said Bryson. Then for a few seconds we looked into each other's eyes, and I felt this passion like I never felt before. This feeling. But then, just as I thought we were about to kiss or something, this bitch interrupts our moment. "Hi, would you guys like me to draw you guys together? It's only $20. "Sure," I said, all happy. Then me and Bryson sat together, and he wrapped his arm around me, and I just leaned a little closer to him. I didn't know what was happening, but I liked it a lot. He smelled so good, and the fact he had this arm around me, it just made it so romantic. When the lady was done, she showed it to us, and it was so amazing. We really looked like a couple. After we walked through the art festival for a while, we got some snow cones, and then this nigga held my hand again. I was on cloud 9 at this point, and he made me forget about everything. I didn't know how this started, but I really don't want it to end. It was kind of late, and Bryson took me home. We were staying out in front of the house. His house was literally like 3 blocks away from mine. And before I went inside, "I really had a good time with you. I want to see you again," said Bryson. "Me too. Can we hang again like Friday night or something?" I asked. "We can't let nobody see us." I know, but I just feel it," I said, all happy. "I feel it too," said Bryson. Then he kissed me on my cheek. I was so happy. "Wow, I never been kissed before," I said, all excited. "Yeah, I just think you're an amazing person." "Will you be my prom date?" I just asked out of the blue. I never been to prom before, but yeah, I'd love to go with you. Then me and Bryson looked in each other's eyes for a couple minutes. We were smiling so hard, I really felt the passion between us. But then he left across the street to his house, and as I watched him walk, I noticed he had little abs going on. When I got inside, my parents were in the other room, so I used the opportunity to hide the pic of me and Bryson. Then I came out like shit didn't happen. "Hey son, when'd you get in?" my dad asked. "Oh, not too long ago. I really had a good time. Me and Bryson really turning out to be good friends." "Well, that's good. I bet you saw a lot of girls, too. By the way, have you asked a girl out to the prom yet?" "No, not yet," I lied, because I already got somebody. His name is Bryson, and I can't wait to go to my first prom with my gay boyfriend. Chapter 4, We Become One. May 2005, a week before the prom. Me and Bryson have been going out for almost 2 months, and it was the best 2 months of my fucking life. We went to movies, we went to the park, and I just bought my own car, so we went to Myrtle Beach for a day. All of this without our families knowing. When we be in church, we act like we're just friends, and try to look even a bit of gay, because we know church folk love to talk. One day my parents were gone somewhere, and since they were perfectly comfortable with Bryson, they didn't mind him in the house, or in my room. Anyways, I was showing Bryson my sketchbook and all my art and stuff. "Damn, babe, you're dope, especially with that one with Superman," he said, complimenting me. "Aw, thanks. Let me show you something else I've been doing." I was flipping through the pages of my book when I felt Bryson put his arm around me, and I felt so good inside. It really put me in a good mood. There were many times I wanted to kiss him like in the mouth and feel that tongue of his, but from now I just want to take things slow. But there was no doubt we both felt very ready. You don't know how bad I really want you, said Bryson. I know, but babe, let's wait a bit. It's only been 2 months. Plus, I never had a boyfriend before, so give me some time, I said. Okay, I just love you so much. These past 2 months are like the best of my life, said Bryson. I love you too. What are you wearing to prom? Well, I was thinking I'd wear like a tux, something classy. I already got my suit, I said to show my white suit. I can't wait for prom night, said Bryson, as we both looked into the mirror so damn happy. Prom night. I came down the steps in my white suit. I felt so fly. My mom was all over the place just crying and emotional like, damn, ain't all that. I told my parents I was going by myself. Bryson said he was going to meet me at the place, since the school just so happens to be hosting a prom not far from my venue. Now, I knew it was kind of risky, but we don't know who's going to snitch or who's got diarrhea of the mouth, because I want to keep this low key. But I don't care what happens, nothing will stop me from loving him. Ooh, don't you look cute? Ugh, my baby's going to prom. My mom being all hysterical. Pat, calm down now. The boy's just going to prom. He ain't getting married, said my dad. Well, I don't want to be late, I said, trying to get to my car. So you going by yourself, son? Yeah, Dad, but it's no biggie. All those girls in school, you couldn't find one. I don't know. Look, I gotta go. Bye, y'all. I was so glad to get away from them. Wish I could be so open with them, but I didn't have much time to worry because I only had 30 or so minutes to get to prom. When I got to the ballroom, I was kind of nervous. I never danced with anybody before, let alone another boy. But then I saw Bryson in his suit, and he was just so... Damn, you look good, baby, I said. You look good, too. I mean, damn, I'm lucky, said Bryson as he was wearing a matching blue suit. As we went into the ballroom, we saw my girl Erica and her date, Jaden. We got some looks from us because we look like a bunch of friends, but we just gay couples. Because Christian schools really didn't like gays, so we knew we had to keep it on the low. Hey, girl, I said. Hey, boo, who is this? Eric asked, all interested. What's up, I'm Bryson, his date. Ooh, 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 he's cute. I know he is. We've been going out for 2 months now. All right, everybody, it's time to grab that special somebody, cause it's time for that slow jam, said the DJ. Then we all got up. They was playing one of my favorite songs by Monica and Usher. Then Bryson grabbed my waist and brought me closer to him. I felt his body on mine. Damn, it felt so good. At that moment, I didn't think about who will find out or what will happen next. I was just in the arms of this fine-ass nigga. I love you so much, Bryson said softly. I love you too, I said in a shaky voice. Then suddenly it happened. We finally kissed, in the mouths. We both felt I swore that kiss lasted 3 minutes, but his lips were so good I wouldn't let go. After prom was over, we both went to my car, and then Bryson looked into my eyes, and we had another kiss. Damn, his lips felt good, but it didn't stop there. He kissed my neck. All I could think was damn, and ooh, damn. Then he put his hand on my thighs as he was reaching closer to me. I knew after those kisses it was going down. I want you so bad, baby, Bryson says he ripped off his shirt, showing a body I couldn't resist. I want you too, Daddy, I said as I started pulling off my clothes. At this point, we both hard and ready. Bryson was putting it down. After some sloppy tongue kisses, I lifted my legs to the roof. Now, mind you, my car is a Camry, so it ain't that big. But we didn't give a fuck. I managed to roll my seat down low enough to lie on my back and let Bryson smash my backs. I had some lotion in the car's lube, and at first it kind of hurt, but then, after a few thrusts, I was in heaven. And when he talked all nasty, smacking my ass, while he went faster, I was moaning and grabbing the seat because Bryce was so damn rough. After that, he nuts and pulls out. But I'm kind of paralyzed from him going balls deep, like I was breathing so hard like I ran a damn track. Then he proceeds to eat my ass and again smacks it while burying his face. Oh God, I was blessed that night. We sat in the car for like 15 minutes. The car was kind of stuffy because of the sweat and the smell of me and Bryson. And that's the smell of love. That was fucking amazing. My ass feels numb, I said. It's so tight, like damn, but it was delicious, Bryson said with his happy ass. You're such a freak. But at least we finally made love, baby. Yeah, and damn, it's like 1:45 in the morning. Oh shit, I gotta get home. I jumped up and said, cause I knew my parents might be getting suspicious. Me and Bryson put our clothes on, trying to make it look like nothing happened. Some nut got on my pants, so I wiped off as good as I could. Then after I dropped Bryson off at his house, I went back home and my parents were waiting for me. Son, it's almost 2 a.m. What happened? Asked my dad. Well, this kind of went a little longer than I thought, and there was like a little after party. Sorry I forgot to call. I lied. All right, well, just make sure you call him next time. I'm glad you had fun. Okay, I'm gonna get ready for bed. Good night, I said as I slid into my room. I knew I could never keep this relationship hidden forever. But tonight was so amazing. I never had sex before, let alone with another boy. But it felt so good. But deep down, I just knew something was about to happen. And I'm gonna have to deal with it. Chapter 5. The Secret is Out. Graduation day, June 2005. I finally got my diploma and I was able to leave this stupid school. I had a 3.5 GPA and I was kind of a smartass. And to celebrate my acceptance to Northwestern University, my church decided to have this cookout type celebration at the reception hall. And my dad boasted about me when the preacher called up the graduates to the podium. It was me, Shanine, Brandon, and Detravius, and of course my boo thing, Bryson. I hated this church so much. Like, almost everyone here was fake and phony. But I didn't care because today was the beginning of my future, and hopefully Bryson will be in it. We all went to reception hall and had some food. Of course, my mom and Bryson's mom were crying like babies because we were about to branch out and be grown. And these annoying old church folks kept badgering me about college girls, like, who gives a damn? So you gonna date them college girls, huh? Asked old ass Deacon George. Yeah, I can't wait, I said, trying to act as straight as I can. Well, you know, son, it's a different world in high school. Them girls are a little wild, you know what I mean? I'll bet I'll find out. Hey, I'm gonna go get some cake. I'll be right back, I said as I slid away from these old straight folk. I was gonna get some of this yummy cake when I saw Bryson getting some food, too. Hey, baby, Bryson said. Hey, this cake look good, huh? It ain't like yours, though. Now that was good, Bryson said, referring to our hot car sex after prom. Baby, you have me weak. When can we do it again? I asked, feeding for that sex. I need to talk to you about something. Can we sit outside on the bench? This sounded kind of serious, so we both took our cake and went outside to the bench. I thought we were going to break up or something. I mean, I was very, very nervous. But Bryson told me this news that he was going to join the Army and that he leaves in a month or so for basic training. I was crushed. So you're leaving me? I asked. Well, kinda, but baby, just know I'll never ever forget about you, Bryson said. What about the sex we had, baby? I want to do that again and again. I just want you. I was raising my voice. Look, baby, don't trip. It's in Virginia. You can come visit me. I can? So this won't be the end of us? I asked, all emotional. Nah, there'll never be an end to this. Baby, we belong together. Don't you know that? I love you so much, it's gonna hurt not seeing you. Bryson said he was getting emotional. Oh, I love you so much. You know, ain't nobody out here. Can I have a kiss? Then Bryson gave me such a good ass kiss. Damn. Ooh, damn. I practically had my legs wrapped around him. Then we both lay on the table, just caught up in our love, kissing endlessly. But then suddenly our parents just so happened to come outside, and you can only guess what happened next. Bryson, what the hell are you doing? Mom, Aaron, It's not what it looks like, Mama. Later on that day, it was like being in hell. My parents were so upset more than ever. They sat me down and we had like this super tense moment. I basically revealed everything about me and Bryson, how we met and everything. So he's your boyfriend? Asked my mom. Yeah, I said depressingly. Did you guys have relations? My mom asked me nervously. Yes, after prom, I revealed. After that, my mom put her head in shame. She then started crying like it was so dramatic. I tried to go over to comfort her, but she pushed me away. My dad looked at me in disgust, and as an upcoming pastor, he couldn't have a gay son. That would be bad for his little image. So later on, he took me back to the church, and we were the only ones there. And as we went inside the sanctuary, he made me get on my knees, and he put this oil on my forehead and started praying hard as hell. He was crying, I was crying. I felt mega bad about the love me and Bryson had, and I felt so ashamed. My parents made me feel like a fucking pervert. Lord, oh Lord, get this unclean spirit out of my child. Oh Lord, I got a hold of him. Release it now, Lord. My dad was just so extra. 2 days later, my dad told me to come to the living room. I didn't know he was going to do another kamikaze prayer or what. But as I sat down in the living room, they looked like they had something planned for me. What's going on? Son, we know you can't shake this homosexual spirit all by yourself, which is why we're going to send you to Orange Grove. Look, y'all understand, I love Bryson. I love him. I don't need fixing. I just want to see him, I said. Son, you are not right. You're not right. How can you live with another man with a smile on your face? Don't you know what the Bible says? My mom started getting emotional again. Trust us, this is for your own good. Orange Grove is like this super uppity school in North Carolina with crosses on the lawn. It was like some San Quentin shit, like all the girls dressed like the damn 1950s, and church was mandatory every morning. Aside from what I heard, I didn't know what to expect, but I really didn't have a choice. It was non-refundable, and I really wanted to make my parents love me. And I was willing to do anything to get them to love me again, even if it meant being straight. Big mistake. Chapter 6, Being Something I Wasn't. Orange Grove College, August '05. It was a rough summer. I mean, it was so much tension. And my parents doing everything they could to make me straight. I really missed Bryson at this point, but he was in the army somewhere and was pretty much gone now. I still love Bryson with all my heart, and that's something my parents would never understand. But today was the day I moved into the dorm at the school. It really felt like a prison. I mean, we couldn't swear or anything. Girls wore skirts down to the knees, and of course, the most important one, we had to go to chapel every morning. And it was just like church back home, just more boring. My parents pretty much forced me to go to this place, so I guess I had to make the best of it. When I went to lunch at the cafeteria, I usually sat by myself. I called my friend Erica back home, and boy, it was a relief to hear her voice. Hey Aaron, hey girl, how you been? Well, I'm a freshman at UNC, and child, these girls are fine as shit. Like, I'll be busy. How you been? Not so good. My parents found out about me and Bryson, and I haven't talked to him since. And girl, they were really angry, like everything was going good till they caught us kissing. Oh my god, why would they be so mad? Bryson makes you happy though. I know, but they went all crazy trying to pray the gay out of me and sign me up for this uppity Christian school. Like, girl, I wish I could run away and be with Bryson, but he told me he joined the army, so I feel so ashamed. Baby, don't be ashamed of who you are. There's nothing wrong with being gay. Who the fuck cares what your parents think? God knows you're gay, and obviously he still cares. Thanks, girl. I really needed that. Maybe me and Bryson will get back together because I really do miss him. After I talked to Erica, I was sitting at a table by myself, and then I overheard these boys talking. They were talking all this shit about gays and how they were going to hell. I felt so uncomfortable, and it brought back flashbacks when my dad tried to pray the gay out of me, and how my parents basically made me feel like shit just because I was in love with Bryson. So I left the cafeteria with tears in my eyes back to my dorm. When I got to my dorm, I was just wallowing in shame. Then I thought about if God really let me in heaven, mean that I already fucked Bryson and let him eat and smash my ass. Later on that day, I went to the chapel, and I really didn't want to, but something inside me told me it was a good idea. Aaron, what are you doing here? Chapel is closed, said Mr. Clarence. I need to talk to you. It's important. What's the issue, young man? You see, I'm gay, and I want to get into heaven, but I already had sex with another guy and stuff. Will God forgive me? You can beat this perversion, and you came to the right place. There is no foolproof way of getting rid of homosexuality, but with a little prayer and every day ignoring those desires as best as you can find deliverance, the minister said. Then I took those words into context, and after his advice, I started to think, what was wrong with me? All those lessons in Sunday school and surrounded by a church environment, like I knew what I felt, but it felt so wrong. I don't know, I knew Bryson really loved me, but he's gone now. His parents probably came down his throat too, just like mine. But deep down, I still wanted to be with him no matter how much I tried to resist those feelings. A month later, I've been at this bougie school for a bit now, and slowly I was working on myself. I focused more on my drawings, even though I was in school for a BA. I loved art, which is one of my electives I had no issues with. Every day during lunch, I sit by myself and just doodle away in my notebook. When one day, this girl from art class came and sat next to me. Hey, Aaron. Hey, Jocelyn, what are you doing here? I saw you by yourself and I thought I'd give you some company. Thanks, but I'm alright. What are you drawing? It looks amazing. It's a hero I made up. I don't know what exactly I should call him, though. I got my own sketchbook in my place. I was trying to focus on my art, but damn, this girl was kind of thick and perfect shape. I don't know what was going through my head, but I think this is how straight boys act. Jocelyn took me to her dorm and showed me all her paintings and stuff like she was a serious artist. Damn, you got skills. Thanks. I just love art. It's just so freeing. I could just be in my own world. Yeah, I know. Hey, I didn't know you had Superman comics. Yeah, just a little collection, but nothing over the top. I kind of want a latte. You want one? I asked, nervously. Ooh, yeah, I could sure use one right now. And at this point, I didn't know it, but I think I just asked this girl out. So me and Jocelyn went to the school coffee stand and got lattes and basically just talked for like 2 hours. I was connecting so much with this girl, and I was actually enjoying her company. After that little date, I took her back to her dorm, and we said goodbye. I asked her if we could do this little latte date again, and she said yes. And for the first time since all this drama with Bryson, I actually thought I was over him and was straight, just like folks want me to be. But no matter how hard I try, Bryson was still on my mind, and maybe we might run into each other again, who knows? Or maybe it was all just a phase. Chapter 7, Switching Sides. January 10th, 2007. Me and Jocelyn been seeing each other for like 11 months pretty much. She was so cool and we were everything in common. Our art is what brought us together, and it started to really feel something for her. Sometimes I think about Bryson, but as I get more and more in touch with Jocelyn and grow closer with her, I actually think I'm straight again. Maybe my parents were right, and when I went to chapel with Jocelyn, we sit with each other, and it just feels like being in church again. After chapel, we was about to head back to class when Minister Clarence came up to me. Aaron, can I speak to you for a minute? Yeah, Minister. I see you've been delivered, no more homosexual lust or desires, he asked. No, I really think God changed me, like I have a girlfriend pretty much now. Well, I can see the Lord has saved you from a trip to hell. Now, you take care, and you two look wonderful together, said the minister as he walked away. I was actually enjoying the straight thing, kinda, but I can't lie, when I hear some of my favorite songs, I get like flamboyant. I'm trying to refrain from acting like that because now I'm delivered, but it's hard. Later on that day, I was in my dorm room getting ready for another date when I was finishing a sketch I was doing when suddenly my parents called. I was hesitant to answer them at first after that homophobic fiasco and putting me into this boring school. But now that I'm changed, I thought maybe I should tell them about me and Jocelyn. Hey Mom, hey Dad. Hey Aaron, how you liking the new school? Mom asked. Well, I kind of have a surprise for you guys, but I'm coming home for a weekend. I'll show you guys then. Son, what's going on? Is anything I should be concerned about? Asked my dad. Nah, look, just trust me, you'll like it. Then after I hung up the phone, I found a couple pics of me and Jocelyn I put in my wallet. I was going to take them with me when my family saw me again. After much thought, I decided to go back to Columbia that weekend and see my parents. I even promised to go to church with them. When I got there, Mom greeted me and Dad hugged me. We sat down on the couch and I just told them, things are going good at school. Listen, I know you guys last year didn't like my little thing with Bryson, but some things have changed. I'm delivered from that, I said. What do you mean, Aaron? Look, this is Jocelyn, my girlfriend. Oh, Aaron, she's pretty, Mom said, beaming with joy. I think that was the first time I actually saw her smile. Yeah, we met in art class. She's pretty. She means a lot to me. Well, son, I'm glad you're going on the right path because you don't want to be caught in an unnatural spirit. You know what I mean, son? Dad lectured me. Yeah, Dad, I understand. Well, tomorrow I want us all to go to church, Mom said. I didn't know what to feel. Going back to my old church where me and Bryson started our relationship, it was kind of bittersweet because I wouldn't see him again. That Sunday morning, it was time to go back to church, and I was sitting in the sanctuary with my parents. All the nosy-ass, old-ass, hypocritical-ass church folk came and tried to get into my business once again. I showed them Jocelyn. One bitch even asked about marrying her. Like, no, we're just dating, ain't serious like that. And across the way, I saw Bryson's mom. She was all by herself in the middle pew. So after the preacher was done, I went over to talk to her. Hey, Miss Roberts, what do you want? Henrietta asked kind of meanly. I just wanted to say hi. You thought what? You thought I'd forget seeing you kiss all over my son? She protested. Look, I'm sorry, but I've been changed now. Look, I have a girlfriend. Whatever happened to Bryson? He joined the army. We didn't talk for a bit, but he's getting over it. Let's hope it stays that way, said Henrietta. Seeing the mean look in her eyes just made me relive the shameful feeling all over again. Like at this point, I just wanted to get away from here and get on with my life. Later on that night, I said goodbye to my folks. They liked Jocelyn a lot, and now my mom's talking marriage too. Slowly rolls. On the drive back, I turned on the radio to have something to listen to, and lo and behold, it was Hurts the Most by Monica. Man, just hearing those lyrics, I began to think about me and Bryson. I tried to get him out of my mind, but those times he held my hand, the car sex, his smile, damn, I miss him so much. When I came back to my dorm, I kind of had tears in my eyes. I lost the real love of my life. I thought about being with Jocelyn and being straight is what God wanted, but maybe he knows that deep down I love him. I was still awake, so I decided to work on some graphics on my laptop. When I checked my phone, it had a voicemail, and I got the best news of my life. Hi, this is Mindy from Cover Tunes Creations. We saw your portfolio, and we'd like to discuss an opportunity with you. Call us back. Bye. Oh my God, I gotta call these folks back. This could be my big break. Hello? Yeah, I got your message. No, it's okay, I'm usually up this late. Yes, I'm very interested, I'll take it. New York City? No, that won't be a problem. Good, I'll see you Tuesday. Thank you so much. And after hearing that good news, I was running up and down like a crazy ass child. Then I almost forgot to call Jocelyn, because that's my girlfriend. I called her and I knew it was kind of late, but it was big news. She told me that she had a huge event coming up and she couldn't make it, but she said she'll support me all the way. Tuesday, January 14th, 2007. I was in New York fucking city. I got a little hotel in Queens because Lord knows I couldn't afford a fancy Manhattan hotel. I went to see the folks that called me. They're working on this huge project. Superstar rapper Ja Rule wanted to make his own cartoon basically. And I showed them my designs and they went into a boardroom meeting. At first I was nervous as hell, but then they came out all smiles. Aaron, we are pleased to welcome you to the Cover Tunes team, said Mindy. I was so excited when she said that. When I got out, I decided to go to Manhattan at one of those old school diners just to celebrate with a big juicy burger. I called Jocelyn and I told her the good news. Oh my gosh, babe, congrats. That's so huge. Like, oh my god. Ja Rule, I wish I was up there to celebrate with you. It's okay. Listen, I'm gonna go to Central Park. I always wanted to go there. I was so excited, I had the biggest smile on my face. I didn't tell my parents yet because they really don't care for art. I was happy as a jaybird, and I didn't look where I was going, so I bumped into somebody. Oh, I'm sorry, bro. No, it's alright. Aaron? Bryson? Chapter 8, the one I really love. I couldn't believe it. Bryson was standing right in front of me. I missed him so much. At first, I thought I forgot all about him, and I wasn't gay anymore, but seeing him instantly brought back these memories. How you been? He asked in that deep voice that I missed. Wow, a lot has changed. You want to go for a little walk? Then Bryson left the waitress a big tip, and we walked out the diner together. We were basically walking up and down 4th Avenue, and time just flew by. I see this man kind of changed in a year. He grew a little beard, which was very sexy. He got a new haircut, and he got a little thick, too. Lord, he really had a nice ass. But I told him everything that happened. Man, life's been crazy. I joined the army, like I said. My parents were pissed because of us being together, so we didn't talk for a bit, but they slowly forgiven me. I was stationed at a base on Long Island, and after I was discharged, they paid for my construction certificate, and now I'm working here in the Big Apple. Damn, I'm happy for you. Well, after we split, my folks were determined to get the gay out of me, so they sent me to this Christian college, and then I met this girl named Jocelyn. We've been seeing each other for 7 months or so. Do you like her? Bryson asked. Well, I thought I was straight again, but Bryson, I missed you. You have no idea how much it killed me inside when you were gone. Aaron, do you still love me? Bryson asked as he came closer to me. Yes, yes, I do. I never really stopped. And then, that moment, we shared a long overdue kiss. And at that moment, I forgot who Jocelyn even was. Damn. That kiss felt so good. We both didn't even want to stop. But that's how much I missed him. Baby, can we take this back to your place? I asked him softly. You ain't even gotta ask. Then we both looked into each other's eyes and smiled. He took me into his temporary apartment in Brooklyn, and he took me to his room. This nigga dimmed the lights, took off my shirt, and started kissing my neck. Ooh, his lips felt so good, and he knew how to kiss, too. Then pushed me on the bed, and as he got on top, he ripped off his shirt. Holy fuck. Being in that army buffed him up. Damn, he was so built. Then he took my hand and put on his chest. I felt his abs. It made me so weak. Suddenly he rips off my pants, uplifts my legs, and then presses his chocolate body on top of mine, kissing all over me. You ready for it? Yes, baby. Then Bryson buried his face into my booty, and his tongue action was just... I was grabbing sheets. It was like prom night all over again. After he got me super stimulated, he got this cream, lubed it down, and then a little on my back door, and I felt him as he went inside, giving it a couple strokes, and then harder and faster, kissing on me while he was pounding. I was moaning hard as hell. He had such good dick. I felt like it would go on all night. It was morning and the aftermath of our hot sex. Bryson was making breakfast for me while I was slept in the bed. I woke up to see him cooking. Ooh, he looked so sexy, all shirtless and chocolate. Good morning, baby, he said. Good morning, babe. My sexy ass nigga. How you feeling? Like a train just ran through me. A really nice big train. Yeah, last night was amazing as hell. I'm still kind of feeling it. He says we both kissed. Well, I wanted to tell you yesterday, but we got occupied. You know how I told you I like art and stuff? Well, this cartoon company called me. Baby, you looking at a creative partner for cover tunes, I said. Oh shit, baby, that's great. Where is it? That's another thing. It's here in New York. So I was thinking now that we're back together, we can live together. Because Bryson, baby, I want to be with you. I want you too. Let's do it. Let's move in together so I can run that train through you over and over. Then it was like a dream come true. Me and Bryson were finally back together. I knew I couldn't be straight. I can't stop loving this nigga. But there was one issue. Before I go any further, I had to move away from Orange Grove and Jocelyn. I don't know how I'll break the news to her, but she has to know. Saturday, January 18th, 2007. After a couple days reuniting with Bryson and more sex, we decided it was time to get my things from the college and move to Bryson's place. So we drove down to North Carolina, and as I was into my dorm with Bryson, Jocelyn saw me, and she was mad. What happened to you? You left for 4 days and you don't even call? Who is she? Look, I can explain. First, I got the job and I moved to New York, but there isn't a she. This is Bryson, my boyfriend. Then Jocelyn suddenly ran away to this corner. I knew she wouldn't take it well, but I had to tell her. So I found her on this bench crying. Why? Why did you do this to me? I thought we had something, she wailed. I know, but I didn't tell you before me and Bryson were together, and then our parents found out, and we split apart. I thought when I met you I was straight again, but you still love him, don't you? I never really stopped. Does he make you happy? Hell yeah. I'm very happy. I didn't mean to lead you on like this, but I'm gay, and I love that man with everything in me. If you're truly happy, then I can't stand in your way. I don't understand it, but I can see that you really love him, and by the look on your face, I bet he puts it down. Yes, he does. I'm sorry, Aaron. Then me and Jocelyn hugged it out. She cried a little bit, but at least she understands. After I got my stuff, me and Bryson went back to our home, and we felt like a real couple. All this time I waited for this moment, and my heart finally found a place where it belongs, with this man. But our parents who split us up to begin with didn't know, so me and Bryce decided not to tell them. At least not now, but when we feel ready. April 9th, 2007. Bryce and me had been living together for a few months, and my career was taking off. I was really in a good place in my life. But then Bryson knew the lease in the apartment was almost up, and his 21st birthday was coming. So I decided, since we were both bringing in some real good money, that for his birthday we get something real nice. A house. Now, New York ain't the most affordable place, and we kind of got tired of the city, so Bryson drove me out to this little town called Coram. It was near East Hampton. That's how far it was. Are we almost there yet? I asked. Babe, calm down. The map says the house should be right here. Then Bryson turned down the street and came up to this cute little house. It was $275, and in New York, that's a fucking bargain. We looked around and decided at that moment it was the perfect house. Baby, let's get this house. With our jobs, we can afford it, I said happily. Yeah, it's great, but it's just one more thing that'll make it all perfect. What? Then suddenly Bryson got on one knee and took out this ring. Bryson? Aaron, I love you so much. When we met in church, I knew you were special. I want to share my life with you. We can't move into this house unless you be my husband. So right here, right now, will you marry me? Yes, yes, I love you, yes, I yelled out so loud. Then Bryson put the ring on my finger, and we both sealed it with such a long kiss. I can't believe the boy who I met in church last year was going to be my hubby. Chapter 9. 10 years later, and everything comes together. March 25th, 2017. OMG, the time really flew by. Me and Bryson have officially been married for 10 years. We got married on the coast of Cape Cod, and our honeymoon was just amazing. I was getting dick on the daily, and I was looking forward to our life. I saw it like a lifelong sleepover with my best friend and lover. Every year we gotten better and better. Bryson had his construction job, and he was a joint partner with some big developer in New York. And then little old me. After that big break with cover tunes, I was partnered permanently and I helped make cartoons for PBS, which was a huge accomplishment. There were some bumps in the road though. Difficult things happened, such as Bryson's parents both split up in '09, and then I had a little health scare when I found out I had Crohn's disease. I had to get surgery and had to be on tough medications, but Bryson was there through everything. I took every moment we had as something special. Like every anniversary, we traveled someplace exotic like Peru, Egypt, or Paris. And we even thought about having kids through a circuit, but with our busy lives, we decided to get like two Siberian Huskies and a pet hamster. Those were our kids. And how can I forget our house? The same place Bryson proposed to me and where we cuddle every winter around the fireplace. I even invited Eric from the old school days. She actually had a longtime girlfriend, and we got to connect and we kept in touch ever since. Things were going good one day until Bryson recommended we do something that was very hard but had to be done. Go down south and tell our parents about our relationship. Babe, I know you aren't really keen on doing this, but we've been hiding it the best we can. It's time to let them know, said Bryson. I don't know. I mean, do we really need to tell them and go off on us like they did when they caught us years ago? Well, whether they accept it or not, we gotta get this load off our chest, said Bryson. We've been kind of playing our folks throughout the years, telling them stupid shit like, oh, I'm dating here and there but still single, or I'm too busy to get married. But we never came out and told them about our marriage or our life. How I kept it up this long, I don't know, but I was ready this time to revisit the past. The weekend before my birthday, me and Bryson packed our car and on our way to South Carolina. On the highway, he held my hand throughout the trip, and as I was looking out the window, I was getting flashbacks when my parents found out about us. When they came for me and made the love between us feel like it was totally wrong. But whatever happens on this trip, I'm ready to deal with it. We came back to Columbia, our old town, and a lot has changed. But one thing still remained untouched, and that was the old church. The same church I was in most of my life, in almost every aspect, where I met the love of my life and where I almost got disowned too. Me and Bryson walked around church property and just reminiscing at some things. We just wondered, if being gay was such a bad thing, then God wouldn't have let us experience love like this. After walking around church, we went to my old house, which had been 10 years, and as I knocked on the door, I was so nervous, but I had to deal with it. Aaron, what are you doing here? Mom shouted. I want to see y'all. It's been a while. How's your Crohn's? Is it getting better? Hey, son, how you been? Dad said as he came in. Everything's all right, but Mom, Dad, it's been a long time, but I have to tell you something. What is it, baby? Then Bryson came inside and stood next to me. We were both very nervous. My parents hadn't seen Bryson in 10 years pretty much, so they didn't know the man next to me. But I couldn't keep it in no longer. Y'all remember Bryson, that boy from church? You know, you caught us kissing years ago? Yeah. Aaron, what's going on? Who's this man? Mom asked. I'm Bryson, and 10 years ago, me and Aaron got married in New York. Wait, hold up. Aaron, son, you mean tell me you gay again? Dad shouted. I always been gay. I thought I was over him, and then Jocelyn came along, but I couldn't help the way I feel about him. Dad, I love him, I pleaded. Soon my dad just stared at me for like a minute. I thought he was about to hit me, but instead he just walked away and locked himself in his room. Mom, on the other hand, wasn't exactly done with me. So it's true. You two guys have been married for 10 damn years and you don't tell nobody? Mom, I wanted to tell you so many times. But we knew it would be like this, and I didn't want you to hate me. That's why I didn't tell you. I need a minute. And then my mom rushed to my old room and slammed the door. And after this moment, my heart just kind of sank. Bryson saw my face like I was literally about to cry. I just felt so bad. Babe, it'll be okay, don't cry, Bryson said, trying to comfort me. I just feel so fucking bad. I just want her to understand how much I love you. Look, I think we just gotta give him some time. Come on, I don't like seeing you like this. It hurts, Bryson pleaded. Okay. So Bryson took my teary-eyed self to the car and he gave me some tissue and then wrapped his arms around me, trying to make me feel better. And we sat there just holding each other for like 10 minutes. We kind of got hungry, so after that depressing moment, we went to Randy's, which is like my favorite spot just up the road from the church. I had a Coke float with whipped cream, my fave drink, and some hot dogs. It put a smile on my face, that was for sure. Bryson decided that maybe it would be best if we left South Carolina for good since there was so much tension from our loved ones. I'm sorry, babe. I thought coming here for our anniversary would be like special, but it made you cry, and frankly, I'm kind of feeling uncomfortable too. Well, since we down here, you want to go to Myrtle Beach like we did before and watch the waves and just sit in the car, us together? That sounds like an idea. It'll be better than dealing with this homophobia we walked into. Our minds were practically made up at this point, and we decided to ditch town and head for the beach. But suddenly my mom walked in and she had something in her hand. Aaron, I need to talk to you. Yeah, what is it? I was in your old room and I was crying and looking at your old stuff, thinking how much my child changed. And then I found this picture of you and Bryson 12 years ago. Wow, babe, look, it's the pic that woman drew of us at the art festival. That was like our first date. So you guys been together for that long? Yeah, then my parents found out and I ran away from home. Damn, they was angry. I joined the army, and even though we were apart for a long time, I never stopped thinking about him. He got rid of his girlfriend for me, Bryson explained. Yeah, and when we ran into each other in New York, it was like the love never left. We wanted to tell you all these years, but I didn't want to lose you, Aaron said. You guys really look good together. Listen, Aaron, I've been selfish. All those years in church, we taught not to judge, and here I am pushing you away because you're different. I'm so sorry, cried my mom as she hugged me. I love you, Mom, I cried as I hugged back. Bryson, I'm sorry. You seem to make my son very happy. It'll take me a while, but I'm not going to stand in your way. And then at that moment, I felt kind of closer to my mom. And then as she hugged Bryson too, I felt like we were this big happy family. Well, not totally, but we were getting there. My mom proposed that before we leave back to New York, me and Bryson come to church service just one last time. My dad is now head preacher and speaks the word every third Sunday, and Mom thought it would be the loving Christian thing to do by inviting me and my husband. We were both kind of hesitant at first, but we decided to let everybody know about us. Sunday morning, our 10th anniversary. Oh my God, I couldn't believe this day has come. I've been officially married to this man for 10 years. After we had amazing anniversary sex, mind-blowing dick, we both got ready to go to church, but only for a little while before we have to go back to New York, and then a little stop on the beach. When we got to the church, we saw Mom in the front pew, and as we sat behind her, we didn't hold hands or nothing because we didn't want to attract attention. We watched my dad preach for like an hour or so, and it was time to leave when my mom got up and took the microphone. Y'all, I just want to say my son is back in town and he brought a special person with him. Then my mom came to me and gave me the microphone, and that's when, in front of all those church people, I told about our relationship. Hi everyone, you might remember me. I'm Pat's son, Aaron. I remember this church a lot, and it was here 12 years ago I met somebody special. My husband, Bryson. Then everybody in church just looked at us. Soon me and Bryson walked up to the front, and my dad stared at me from the podium. Then my dad finally spoke. Aaron and Bryson, I just want to say that I was wrong. The church says, come as you are, and we welcome all who love the Lord. And if I can let a crackhead in my ministry, I'll have more than enough room for my gay son, said my dad as he hugged me and Bryson. And then the church slowly clapped for us. and the folks and friends started to come up to us and give us a hug. We felt the love in the room. I soon didn't feel bad about my gayness anymore. Suddenly through the crowd was a woman. It was Bryson's mom. She hugged me and Bryson tightly and basically was emotional because she hadn't seen Bryson in so long. But she was glad he was happy, and that's all that mattered. After we hung out with a few church friends for a while, me and Bryson said goodbye to our parents and went to Myrtle Beach just like the old times. We got there just in time for the sunset over the water, and when me and Bryson looked out over the water, we held hands and just kissed. Didn't care who was looking. And I couldn't believe the rocky road that was our love. From teens to being split up by ignorance to finding each other again and making this burn as long as we could. And I was looking forward to more years with this amazing man. The end.